Hi, my name is Jay Worley and I'm in the Instructional Technology program here at KSU. I've been teaching for 11 years. The first 2 years I taught at Rockmart High School. I spent 1 year at East Paulding High School, and then I've spent the last 8 years at North Paulding High School. In addition to being the head coach at Girls Lacrosse, I normally teach 3 geometry classes, usually 2 honors block classes and 1 on-level class. Thanks. So in terms of my professional growth within the Instructional Technology program, I feel like that there's 4 projects that we've done that probably give the best record of my development as an Instructional Technology coordinator, in that role in the future. The first one would be the capstone project. I'll talk about that more in our second video. The next one, though, is the Instructional Coaching and Technology workshop that we did. In that particular case, I worked with a fellow math teacher and I showed him how to work with Geometry Sketchpad and GeoGebra, and kind of, again, if you remember from that project, we worked collaboratively through that process. I designed a questionnaire and worked through with him with that. And then we did some interviewing and we did some, in-class co-teaching and stuff like that. So that was really kind of like a full process that went really well. The next thing was the data coach class that we had in ITEC 7305. That's the class that really kind of set the stage for saying, hey, now then you're moving out of the classroom and learning how to work collaboratively with teachers, not necessarily in the classroom, with administrators, again, not in the classroom, but only, but working collectively as a group within a data team and possibly even as a data coach, and working on projects that really look to emphasize and increase our instructional delivery by the teachers and everything by that data-driven dialogue that we've learned about and becoming very comfortable with that. The third thing that I would say that was our next biggest project that we worked on was our SWOT analysis. That gave us an opportunity to work with several people within our school to look at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. And again, that was when I did this very collaborative process with, I think it was my math department chair at the time and English department chair, and I, worked with my principal with the short little interview there that I did. And again, that whole process helps us grow and understand that we have to work at a higher level than just, thinking about what's going on in our individual classroom. We have to think wider and more broadly about how within a professional learning community, professional development, all those things that we've got to pull together, within a school, working collaboratively, stakeholders and all that, engaging everyone to be better at, delivering that data analysis. Finally, we're supposed to talk about, our short-term and long-term goals. I'd say my short-term goal is to continue the work that I'll describe later in my capstone video, that and parlay that into additional work this year that we're going to continue with that and to make our PLC and our geometry scores better. We kind of dipped down this past year and everything. We have some ideas for that, but in the end, taking my capstone project, the central work that we did with that and extending it, and then considering whether or not we've had good enough success to recommend to our principal that we roll it out to the school wide. And I'll have more about that in the second video. And then finally, my longer term goals is just simply to work effectively eventually in some sort of instructional technology role, not necessarily as a coordinator, but in some role that with a couple other instructional technology degree holders that we have here at our school, maybe as part of a data team or something like that or whatever, that really takes several of the things we've learned about and apply them in a much larger context than beyond just my geometry class. I think that that's what we all want to and probably strive to do, and eventually we'll get there and everything in our own ways. But I know that would be something that I would be very interested in doing, is working in that sort of capacity.